Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update. John, let's get right to it. I'm looking at Brooklyn supply 3014. Show me that chart.
Well, thank you, Noah. It is going sideways, which is not news to anybody who's been watching this program for the last year. Brooklyn supply has really not done much since last December, Noah. It's basically just been sideways.
I love your enthusiasm on a market that's going sideways, Johnny. You're always looking for it to go up, down, or something, and this is just going sideways. It is what it is until it isn't. Let's move on to Brooklyn pending sales. Came in at 3,057. More things in contract than there is for supply. Johnny, show me that chart.
This market is another one, Noah, that's going sideways. But this one's only been going sideways really since sort of end of August. It's had a really incredible run from, say, the reopening of the pandemic up until then. But since August, sideways is the game for contract signs in Brooklyn.
All right, you got sideways supply, you got sideways pending sales. You put them both together, and you got a market pulse over 1. So that is not in favor of buyers at all. Maybe they get a little bit of a seasonal break here and there, but in general, I would say that the sellers are still in control in Brooklyn. And I want to just take a quick look at price action. So to do that, I'm looking at price per square foot resale condo. And when I do that for Brooklyn, Johnny, I just want to show you guys where pricing is right now in Brooklyn. And when we say it's been also mixed, but at the top end of the range, this is what that chart looks like, Johnny.
It does, and it's also a little bit of sideways there. And it's amazing how the Brooklyn market has been really, really driven, at least in terms of a lot of the volume, a lot of the demand side has really been driven by the condo market. And we've seen that in basically anything under 2 million. If it's a condo, it is just moving like crazy. But yet it hasn't quite shown up in the price per square foot, which to me it's an interesting sort of thing, Noah.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing. And I can't help but see the steps that this thing goes under. I did this last time, John, and I can't help but see that this maybe we're in one of those things where the next move is going to be that dynamic that you were talking about with the condos that brings us up that next step. Almost similar to this pattern right here. If I were to look ahead for the next 3-4 years, I kind of think that Brooklyn is going to shape that way. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. And I think what you were just talking about right there could be one of the forces behind it, Johnny.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you look at pending sales, it's going sideways. And what that means is that there's been a lot of stuff that's entering contract. And so you have there's a backlog of things waiting to close still. So I do agree with you, Noah, that we might be basically ready for that next step up. It's just a question of really when.
Yeah, in the meantime, let's go to the weeklies and see what's going on real time local right now. And when I do that, I look at Brooklyn supply. That's going down, Johnny. 183 came to market in the last 7 days. Show me that chart.
Yeah, this is the first number under 200 we've seen since, I guess, Labor Day weekend. And before that, it must have been like, when was the last time? Maybe last year around this time. So it's weekly new actives in Brooklyn are basically going to fall, and the same as they're going to fall in Manhattan, really through the new year. And it's not going to be until January that we're going to start seeing ticks ups in this number.
Yeah, right. And you know what's not falling that much, Johnny? Contracts signed. There's more contracts signed right now than supply on a 7-day pace, but it's down. Still interesting. Show me that chart.
It's down on the weekly level. It's down by a surprising or a whopping 3 units from last week. But it's still elevated. Look, it's below that 200 number, Noah, but it's still up there. 194 last week, 191 this week. So even though it's below 200, it is still going strong in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and I can't help but notice you got 191 things going to contract, 118 things going off market. You only got 183 things coming on the market, and that net deficit really is something visual that you need to understand. That's what Brooklyn is dealing with right now, and that's why supply is kind of trending down. And when we look at that squeeze, right, keep on squeezing on is what we're going to say for Brooklyn. The red bars is what's showing that net deficit at how many months. Like, buyers only had 1 month, that window of September, which was the same kind of window I think Manhattan went through. And then it's straight back down, Johnny.
It is. And one of the things we were going to do is we looked at breaking this up into property types. There was just far too many numbers to actually make sense. I mean, too many colors, too many columns to present a nice chart. But when you look at the condo version of this chart, I think there's only 9 bars that are above 0 for the past 2.5 years. I mean, it's an insane number. So the squeeze in Brooklyn has been on for a long time, and it's keeping continuing. And especially as we see weekly new actives dip into the holidays, this is just going to stay red for an extended period of time.
Yeah, and those weeklies are exactly. That is not changing anytime soon. Thank you, Johnny Walker, for bringing up all this data. It is great to see the Brooklyn market visualized this way. I'm Noah Rosenblatt. We are both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, if you guys got questions, we got answers, please visit our forum. If you want any of the reports that we're showing you today, just take a look right over here and you can download that. It is Thanksgiving. We wish you all a very happy and a healthy Turkey Day with your families. We are going to be taking off on Friday. So this is going to be our last update until next Monday. Until then, have a wonderful time, and we'll catch you next time.